Hey everybody, it's Yolanda.
And this is Tarus Nelson.
And we are the Clever
Clever
Empty
Empty
Nesters.
Nesters.
And what makes us a Clever Empty Nester? Well, we're 40-something
Mm-hmm.
and we've lived a life of parenting. Our kids are 21 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just sharing, we're coming to you and we're sharing our life experiences with you. So,
And if you like the content we're starting to put out, please like, follow, and share, because we want to be able to provide you with some tips and tricks that we have learned while
throughout
our years.
yes.
Some of the business decisions and financial impactful changes that we've gone through. Marriage, children, all
Yes.
kinds of different types of topics.
Love and business.
That's
So,
it.
as you get to know us throughout this page, you'll also understand that we run a pretty successful Airbnb, 5-bedroom Airbnb in Fort
Mm-hmm.
Washington, Maryland, and we're going to be sharing those business trips and ticks and all that with you. Listen to me, tongue tied.
Don't worry.
That's okay. This is real life.
And we're authentic.
All right. So I think today, what are we sharing today?
We're sharing our top 5 tips to make sure your Airbnb survives 2021 in this climate.
And beyond, how to keep your business prepared during a time of crisis. So, of course, we are in the middle of a pandemic with COVID-19 right now. And so we've learned some things being quarantined. And it was very important that we had to pivot, especially in this market where we live, and so that we could survive, because we've been through quite, and not just ourselves, but many of us have been through quite an ordeal in learning how to deal throughout the COVID. So we have 5 tips to prepare you.
And so these tips are what we've learned at the end of 2020 as we started to see business pick up. These are some of the key points that we saw that started to bring back great returns on our investment in our Airbnb property. So first off, we want to start with time management. We understand right now we're in this difficult state with not being sure on travel restrictions and what the requirements are as far as letting people go around the country and the nation and the world. But use this time wisely, because you have the opportunity right now to prepare your Airbnb for next year. And that includes getting your unit prepared for your new guests that will start to arrive. So use this time wisely, and do not think just because you may not be receiving any type of bookings or if things are slow. We do understand that this season right now,
There's slow seasons.
it's a slow season. So you know what? Prepare as much as possible.
At least 6 months out, but reevaluate where you are. Allow yourself some grace and to be flexible, and definitely leverage your gifts and graces, because
absolutely.
your partner, your spouse may be better in something that you're not in. So, and along with time management, take the time now to definitely take a look at what your property has to offer. And again, like I said, leverage your gifts and graces. So next one.
And since we're talking about time management, this is a great opportunity to start to reevaluate your marketing strategy.
Absolutely.
I know some people, especially if you're new to Airbnb, you really use their platform and leverage their platform to get your product out there, which is your unit. But you know what? Right now, a lot of people aren't traveling as much as they did back in 2019. So with that in mind, we are now targeting more of the local staycations, the local citizens in the community, in the tri-state area where we're located, that are eager for just a quick staycation, a quick getaway.
Right.
So with that being said, social media, as far as marketing and targeting those folks, your mailing list, which hopefully you should have been growing throughout this time.
Right.
These are great opportunities to showcase your quality Airbnb rental.
Why you stand out, why you're important. Tarus and I are actually super hosts on Airbnb.
Absolutely.
So maintaining that 5-star is very, very important, because guests who come here, they already know they're going to have everything provided for them. Linens, everything, towels, spices, anything that they might need. All they need to do is to bring themselves. And of course, a minimum group of 5 to 8. Of course, you have to take a look at your requirements and your regulations for your specific state. Those who are on Airbnb, you're operating within those regulations as far as cleanliness and whatnot. We're going to talk a little bit further about that as we move through our 3rd, 4th, and 5th top 5 strategy.
Now, what I will stress to you is that we're in the market of providing quality stays versus quantity stays. To us, the overhead and the wear and tear on the home of having it booked every night can be very problematic. So what we want to do is make sure that we provide a good quality stay, which means that the price points are a little different than a traditional Airbnb. But that's where we kind of do some of our screening process too, to make sure we have great guests that can respect and take care of our home and the community.
Yeah, and so some of you who may or may not know, part of our pivot during COVID was Tarus and I are actually on-site hosts. So that is very different because we are very hands-on, but we also respect the privacy of our guests because of the way the home is set up. It's a 5-bedroom home up top, but a 900 square foot apartment where Tarus and I stay beneath. And so that does allow us to be very hands-on and engaging. Every guest is different. So there are some guests, and especially now with COVID, it is actually recommended that everything is digital and even down to our check-in as well. But that's probably another video too about on-site hosting as well. But that also attends to the quality that we give to our guests, which is top-notch.
And that leads to our third point, which is making sure that you upgrade your unit during this time. If you notice that you've got any type of mechanical issues, or if you think this is a great time to upgrade the interior and the decor, those things bring true value to your unit and make your unit stand out. So during this time, this is a great time to reevaluate and make sure that you're providing that to your guests, that home feel that they are expecting. In addition to doing it within safety, making sure that you've installed hand sanitizer stations. Make sure that you've upgraded your air filtration system to something that really catches dust particles. Those things are noticeable to clients and guests that stay here, and also for our protection. So make sure you spend time to upgrade your unit. The fourth thing that's going to help you in 2021 with your unit is start to leverage and understand what your niche is. We, as you can see, we spent a lot of time on decor and the aesthetics inside and outside of our home. And so now that allows us to pivot to another area where we're using, the home can be used for productions, for video productions, photo shoots, other different types of small engagements that allow us to remain prevalent inside this space right now.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, in addition to hosting small groups of 5 to 8 families or quarantined groups that have been quarantined together, you know, just allowing them to have another environment, you know, another alternative location, work from home location. And we just in our pivot just added some online distance learning workstations in the house for the kiddos. So if you're a traveling family, you actually have a space because, you know, high-speed Wi-Fi is very important nowadays. Everybody's either working from home or the kiddos are learning online. So that's very, very important. So that is one example of unit upgrades and actually being able to lean in the curves and the changes that are happening right now to meet the needs of the guests that will be staying with you.
And last but not least, feel free to think outside the box.
Absolutely.
I know some people have stepped away from the short-term rental game, but still, you still have property. So this is a great opportunity to look at long-term stays over the greater than 30 days if you want long-term guests, but still allows you to generate some sense of revenue to help with your unit rental. And then when time comes and travel opens back up, of course, that gives you the ability to be versatile and to expand back into short-term rentals. So those are our top 5 tips.
Absolutely.
We hope that it helps someone because you know what? We're all in this together. And if we can figure out to share some of the roadblocks and obstacles we had with you to make it successful for you, we'll gladly share that.
So just to reiterate what Tarus is saying, please remember to like, share, follow. If you have any questions, please place them down below and we'll be happy to answer you as much as possible.
And look out for more videos from us.
Absolutely.
Because we're going to get into this YouTube arena and we're going to use this as a way and a platform to share our knowledge and experiences with you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.
Bye.